Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Elisa Marie Designs. I'm Elisa Maria. Welcome back if you're back. Welcome if you are new. I have a surprise for you and for me. I am really surprised at this. I am doing an unboxing for ArtDot. Now, I already did this unboxing. She's already been updated. So we're going to get to it. Oh, wow. Okay. No address shown. Props to me. I can't tell what is in any of these, but let's look at cozy reading first. Really like ArtDot's drills. I really like ArtDot's drills. I'm not just, I have ArtDot all over my table here. And that's because I have been working on, oh, this is Rocky Cabin. I think I might, is this Zoe? Maybe? Is it? I don't know. For advanced, all-inclusive. Oh, wow, I could tell you that it's gorgeous. Oh, wow. Holy cow, that is beautiful. Jean Zacchio. Did you like the way I say Jean? It's because I'm reading Rebecca. and they're in Monte Carlo now. They're at the French Riviera. So I'm reading a lot. My French that I took for 4 years that has been lost to me since high school is coming back a little bit. Jean. Jean Zacchio? Are you Italian? Zacche? Oh, wait. Zacchio. I don't know. I'm going with my Italian now. Okay. So, very beautiful, John. Won't forget him now, right? Okay. Where's Cozy Cabin? Cozy Reading. What is the name of this one? Rocky Cabin. Rocky Cabin View. Ooh, nice. Okay, this is not it's always the last one, isn't it? Oh, how adorable. Wait a minute. Oh, gosh, look at this scene. Look at this scene. Okay, and I'm going to find the artist up top here. Barbara Mock. Painted by Barbara Mock. Gardener's Haven. Boy, I can't wait to open these guys up. Oh my goodness. Stunning. Okay, so I guess you're cozy reading in here. Hello, welcome to the party. Here we go. Okay. And then I'm going to put the other two away and we're going to see what it is. Is there anything different with the, where's Cozy Reading? Where'd you go? Here you are. Is there anything different with the packaging? Simone Grunwald. Okay. We're looking. Now, if I didn't have drills on my canvas right now, I wouldn't know which one was which. I was like, wait a minute, which one is the new one? Cozy Reading Square Diamond. I know that these are resin. For advanced, all-inclusive, 18.7 inches by 27.6 inches or 45.5 centimeter times 70 centimeter. Everything looks like, it doesn't look like this has been updated. The actual how to use friendly, yeah, it looks like this has not been updated where you could say that this is a tighter canvas. Again, I love the strap. Love it. I love being able to sling this over my shoulder for a multitude of reasons. It reminds me that I have to practice yoga for one thing, because it brings me back to my yoga days, but also this is such a conversation piece. You know, if you're walking and people are looking, what is that? And you can introduce them to diamond painting. I know that some people think that the market is oversaturated with diamond painting. Let me tell you, it is not. I haven't met one person yet that knows what it is that I do without me explaining it to them. So here we go. This is the new one. I wanted to put the old one down. Well, we'll do that. So here is, that's the same, the two ArtDot containers that okay, it says ArtDot on the front very faintly. These are, you have your lines, and then you have, this is a 3-placer here, and then you have like the little reservoir, and they open very easily now. So these went back to the drawing board, and they open very, very easily now. Slide open. Okay. I do like a little marking on mine so I know which way. Sometimes I get my China marker and I'll just make a little arrow, or I get a piece of washi tape and I put it here so I know, grab it from here. This is where the top part is, and I even have my ArtDot tape here. I am an ArtDot girl. I even have my ArtDot tape here. So what I do, because these are clear, is I will put like a piece of tape here so I know this is where it's opening at. I love these. They stack. You can see through them, and I love them as a creator when I am, you know, diamond painting with all of you, and it's a whip and chat, and it just looks pretty that you can see the drills. I don't have to open the case, even though I love all the different types of storage systems that I have. They all are different. I don't want to compare one to the other. They all have a purpose. Oh, and there's the big one in here too. There you go. He's already open. Bigger. So you could, if you want, keep 3 colors that maybe you're going to be using a lot in here. Okay, and this is something else that I love. I am not a release paper person, not only because I film and you would like to see the canvas, but because I like to see the canvas. But you do have a pack of release paper in here, and I use release paper for all different types of things. I have whole tips and trick video. So here is your thank you from ArtDot, and I love that ArtDot carries the theme throughout. This is their branding color right here, as you just saw. It's in the washi tape. It's in the tray. It's my favorite ArtDot putty. I just happen to have this out because I was sitting here diamond painting, and this is what I am using. I'm using my ArtDot washi tape, and I'm using these because it's a heavy confetti canvas that I have. And what I do is I do a little marking on here with my China marker, and I put the symbol right on here so that I can put them out and I know which symbol is in these trays. I love ArtDot. I love ArtDot because they really think about what does the crafter need to sit down with this canvas and be happy doing it. And you know, that's what it's about. It's about the joy. It's not about me trying to influence you to buy anything. I am not an influencer. I can't stand that word. But they think about everything. Like, let's not just put a canvas in there and beautiful drills. Let's start them out with a tray, and let's start them out with some release paper. And again, you have your kit. You have your pen, again, with the ArtDot marketing blue. And my cat is now going to go eat whatever plastic I threw on the floor. I'm going to open this up because it's not going to go back in there. Not for me anyway. So you have the ArtDot, and here's something else that they thought about. You have your pen, your stick pen, which I like. I love my stick pens. If you think I'm kidding, watch my last video. I have it out in doing my confetti canvas. You have 2 plates of wax. They have a piece of plastic on each side. I take one part of the plastic off and I put it right on my canvas. I put the other side with the plastic on it right on my canvas because it will peel right off. I was trying like save time with what I'm doing, and I like to have things next to me so I can peel this off. The wax is exposed, and I put the other side with the plastic still on it right on the glue because it'll peel right off. It's a silicone. And here's what you do. You just load your pen up, and I'll tell you something else that they did here. I'm going to do this with, that's it. You're ready to go. You're ready to go. But then you have this multi-placer if you want to practice multi-placing. So I'm going to tell you what they did here. Okay. Remember I told you that this has like a little 3-part compartment, and then you can have your drills line up here either vertically or horizontally. However you diamond paint, I diamond paint vertically. So this little multi-placer fits right in there. Boom. Boom. It's only going to pick up 3. I like that. And it helps you move a little bit. You don't have to think about it. They're already lined up. It helps you. It's not that you don't want to think about it, because this is very deliberate, this practice of diamond painting. I believe that it is a meditative practice, a meditative art. And even though a lot of things are being done for you here, where you don't have to think, did I pick up 3? You did pick up 3, because there's a 3 slot in here, and you have a 3 multi-placer. You can move quicker, but it just frees your mind from that part of thinking, so that you can watch this painting unfold, or maybe deal with, maybe not deal with anything during your day that you usually have to deal with, where it's like, no, this is my diamond painting time, and this is what, you know, is coming up for me. You know, I've worked through so many problems and stuff with my diamond painting, even stuff I didn't think I was even worried about anymore. But next up, the sealant. I do use the sealant. I was never a sealer, because I did use a sealer. I can't remember which sealer I used originally. And then I went out and bought Diamond Glaze, which is an old crafter's diamond glue for beads and stuff. And smaller, like, I did bookmarks. I sealed with Diamond Glaze, because it gives it, like, it's almost encased in glass, but you can't afford to do that with a big diamond painting. This is the closest thing that I have found to a crystal clear sealant, that no air bubbles. It is so easy. And then here's your little spatula here that you pour this on, and you just move it with this, or maybe you have a brush already, but you get a whole package of sealant to seal your diamond paintings. Who thinks of that? I mean, I find the glue to be very well, you know, holding the drills. So it's not like, oh, let's throw a sealant in there because the drills fall off. No. It's preserving your canvas, whether you put it away in this gorgeous, you know, this is like an architect's, you know, like the architects run around with blueprints in here. I just want to wear it. It's like a handbag. It's like a backpack. It's so cool. And and it's adjustable too. I love it. You could tell the one that I use, it's a little bit more stretched out from me running around with it, because even having my hands free to walk up and down the steps, I'm always moving from room to room. I wish I had a room with like a desk in every room, where I could just say, okay, you're here, and I have all my setup, and you're here. I'm already migrating to the living room. Okay, so here's my thank you. And then there is a 1-year warranty, and then you just scan the code here to register your canvas. Just scan the code, register it, and you're good. You're good. Love it. Beautiful drills. I wonder, is there anything with the drills? I don't think that there is. I think that they just, well, I have the drills in there. I think that they just tighten the canvas. So let's see, because we're going to take the other canvas out. We're going to look at that canvas. Yeah, this is something else with ArtDot. When I got this canvas, I'll tell you something else that surprised me, because I started this one. There's no graph lines, and so it reminded me of when I would do embroidery, and you would just get a print, and you would put your floss in whatever stitch in that colored area. So when I heard that the canvas had been tightened, yes, there's some room, but I like a little breath in between. I don't really, maybe because I'm a multi-placer, and so I could get, you know, I can multi-place without feeling like I'm crunching in there into this really tight space. But that's the look. That's the look that some diamond painters like. They like it very, very snap, like almost like a Lego, snap together. And when I do have canvases like that, because I do, I am working with a tweezer, and this is the ArtDot tweezer. It's kind of like got this dolphin nose, very sharp. But what I like is they do pick up very well, and I like practicing my tweezer work, because sometimes your hand, which is why I like my stick pen, okay? And I have them all here, but let me just pull out what I am using. I have a lot of diamond pens out that I am diamond painting with. So sometimes I diamond paint with this one. Sometimes I diamond paint like this one. Sometimes I have heavier ones, depending on what area in the canvas that I'm in and what I'm placing. Usually dictates what kind of pen I'm using, believe it or not. Maybe I'm just a little bit more sensitive because I also paint. So maybe I'm just like, it's like, oh, give me a round tip brush. Give me a liner brush. So you know the weight of your pens. And sometimes too, you just need to switch off on a different pen. And I like being able to also practice with my tweezer. And I like that there's like this foot, I guess you would call it, that I can also take 4 or 5 drills at a time. And if I have to align them, they go right in between there. I love these tweezers. I do. I love these, and I like Dreamer Designs tweezers. Don't have that much luck with Diamond Art Club. Okay, anyway, so here she is. And I'm wondering, I just want to see from my own memory, like, I don't know if it's planted in my head that it's a little different, or can I see a difference here? I don't know. So let's take out the old one. Let's see here. You have your sticker sheet. Let me tell you about the sticker sheet. Look how big and glossy they are. There's a nice little picture for your journal, but look how big the let me see. This that just says symbol DMC. Let me see. There's one that has a lot. Can't tell. I was like, there's probably a 310 in here, but that doesn't mean the 310 is a lot. I was going to put it on the sticker sheet. I was going to put it on the little tray, because you can decide how you stack your trays, where you want your sticker at. And you could even, if you don't like this look of having a piece of washi tape here, you could even maybe put your sticker on this side, your symbol on this side, your symbol for your sticker on this side, so you know this is the top. That might be an idea too. But I also like putting washi tape down and then putting my sticker on top, because it makes it that much easier to take this off. Well, this is good washi tape. So to take this off when you have to clean and you want to dekit. I don't like dekitting. I don't like dekitting. I still have kits that are they still have drills in them from like 3 years ago. I'm bad. Anyway, so maybe you can do that. Maybe that's another tip. But you do have, and that's another visual for you. If it looks like a rainbow, these are your enhancement drills. So there's 2 enhancement drills in here. Nice. Let me see how many drills are in here. 38. No, let me make sure, because this is something else that ArtDot does. Instead of cramping the legend all on one side, if there's too many, they'll split it in 2 so that they can make these bigger and you can see them. And they match the actual label too. So double checking here when you pick it up, like, oh, okay, let me just show you, like 301, see 301 right here with the check mark and the round circle and like a camel color in the background. It's the same as here. So you know that you have your right drill down, because none of us like putting the wrong drill down. None of us. So, oh my gosh, let's look. Okay, here we go. You're my old one. I'm going to have to move you guys out of the way. You're heavy too. Oh, you're heavy. Something else you could do. You can get your workout in. You really could. That's like a barbell. Oh, I entertain myself. Trick or treat. All the Gumetia back here is my husband's got a gig tonight. Yeah, he's doing a monster mash tonight. He's got a gig. He's going out to sing tonight. And I am doing my event, so I can't be with him. But here we go. Let's look at the 2 together. Let's put, this is the new one. New drills. I have to look at Foofy. And this is my old one. Now I have drills on this one. So that's good, because then we could see, oh, look how pretty it is. Oh my gosh. So then we can see, isn't it, look at the shine on these drills. Look at the shine. I am telling you, for me, ArtDot is neck and neck with, everybody says Diamond Art Club. ArtDot is neck and neck with Diamond Art Club. That's just my 2 pennies. And you did ask me for them, so I'm giving them. So, is there a lightness to this now? Am I going crazy here? You have this beautiful canvas with this soft velvet backing. They're both scalloped. Okay. Let's see. I did some of the, I turned it around altogether and did some up here too. Oh, I got pretty far with this one. Oh, I really enjoy this. For me to get this far, because I have so many things that were going on. For me to get this far, I'm really enjoying the canvas. So let's look at the gapping. Let's see if there's any gapping in here. This is the original. I'm gonna have to mark these. Well, yeah, I can see where right here. Am I in the shot? I see. But they move very easily. The glue was great on this too. But I do see where they are falling right in. Okay, there's some gapping here. I see that too. But is this because I'm not lined, or is it true gapping? So you guys want the tight, 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 tight canvases. Okay, I get you. I see you. I did some aligning here. And I think I went from some gapping to, like, I do like that little bit of breath. Now you can see here where I have some gapping in there. Am I in the shot? Am I in this shot? Can you see what I'm doing here? See that right there? Buy a big tub of sealant, which I have. Is that what comes in there? No, they give you like they give you a roller with some sticky sheets on it so that you can run your roller over your canvas if you have any kind of pets, so that you don't seal the pet hair. I mean, they're just so thoughtful in their approach to. Yeah, we are real diamond painters, and this is the struggles that we have. All right, so there is some room in there. Okay, yeah. I knew that this looked a little bit lighter to me. So there are some changes on here. This is totally different. The cat, this area is totally different. There is some changes here. Are we able to tell? I mean, the printing does look a little bit smaller to me here. Yeah, the original is darker. Can you see? But just look at this line here, and it's the same line. You see how the background is darker on this one than this one. So we do have a difference here. This is different. The color is actually different. This is a red in here, and now it's no longer red. So to see the difference in the drills is going to be to get some drills down. And I do see gapping here. So the only thing to do is going to be to do a section, which I am going to do to show you guys, and maybe I will open the other 2 canvases at a later date. I'll just have enough time to do this one, and then we'll open up the other 2 maybe tomorrow. Now I know that ArtDot uses bags, as I've learned, are probably the worst bags that you can use. They generate static when they when you have resin drills. These packages are just the worst for creating static. So there we go. I just breathe inside a little bit. There we go. Let's get you out here. And here it is, number C. Someone told me once to do the method where you put the bag in and then you could kind of like squeeze the bag through. Am I having a hard time here? Where you could, you know, close the lid and kind of like squeeze the bag out and the drills would come out. Maybe not with these containers. Maybe with the snap containers that would work. I think too, if you get your drills as close down to the opening as you can, that one worked a little bit better. Then you won't have that problem. Okay. My ArtDot tweezer. I've taken the backing off of one, but I keep it on the other side and I place it right here. It'll come right off when I need it to. See, this way, if I have to load up, I'll be good. So let's see, this is D. Oh, this is an edge. So I like using my tweezers for edges. Here we go. This is release paper so that I am able to lay my tray down. There we go. I love being able to practice with my tweezers. I will be showing you up close the drills, especially once I give that tray a little bit of a shimmy shake there and get them all lined. I was so eager, I just dived right in. Also, if I haven't mentioned, these kits are only available on the ArtDot website, and I will link all that information below. I would love for you to use my affiliate link because it gives them notification that that's where you shopped from, and it just keeps a little tab on me about my channel. Thank you so much. This edge also makes it very nice for you to get right. You could put this edge right where your border line is and place your drill. So I'm getting a nice clean edge here. And I'm going to go right to the end of the D. And get you guys a little bit closer here so that you can see as close as I can get you. There we go. Here. See how I can lay this right there, right on the line. I think that that's a pretty straight line right there. Pretty straight, pretty good. And I'm going to move on the diagonal. Once I pick my tweezers up, it's like I can't put them down. I do like practicing with my tweezer. I promise I will use the the dotter, but I find that I'm so much neater with my tweezer. And so when I'm picking up a drill, I move it towards the line. See that little ridge right there, so that I know that that drill, but still it's not as straight as the tweezer. So I know that I got that drill. I got a nice edge on there. And it's that edge that I look at on the side of the drill. I don't look at the space because you'll never hit the mark if you're looking at the space. I look at the side of the drill with my eye, and I look at the side of the drill space. That's a trick of people who draw. They will understand this very well, that your eye is going to go, your drill is going to go where your eye is. So if my eye is looking right at the side of that drill space and right at the side of my drill, well then, I'm going to hit that mark. And so what I'm doing is I'm moving on a diagonal if that space is the same symbol, so that when I fill in the spaces that are, again, the same symbol, it'll be a nice straight line because they should snap right in. So I am working in a checkerboard method, but we're going to be putting a lot in here. I didn't even show you how nice these drills line up. So you just give them a little shimmy shake and they fall into their places. There you go. And let's see, I'm going to use, my visual is here. Here we go. So, see how they go right into the reservoir? Look how nice they line up. I mean, they are really gorgeous drills. I don't see any trash in there. I don't see any tabs on there. This is like, I mean, brown is really considered a non-reflective color. It's kind of dull, but look at the shine on them. My gosh, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to use my multi-placer and see if I could do some multi-placing. See, I pick up 3. And I put down 3. Nice. I would still align this with my tweezer. So they're fitting very nicely in their spaces, but the real story is going to be when I didn't even go into my little, when I go to fill in these spots. See how nice you can do that, like that? And this, I have used my tweezer to get in between spaces. Now that was with the old canvas, so just a little FYI there. Okay, so it's happening. I am falling into a trance for the next 5 minutes. If you want to skip over, you can just go to the time frame around 36 minutes, because it's a good 5 minutes here. And this is what happens when I begin to diamond paint, and I've heard from my friends and other creators, you just kind of fall into that trance. And this is what I love about this practice being a meditative practice. I just get so calm and comfortable. I know where I'm going. I don't have to think about it. That's what I meant about not having to think, but it's still a very deliberate practice. I'm still being conscious of picking up my drills, making sure that I press them along that little ridge so that I get a nice straight edge, and placing them down. And I'm using nothing more than my stick pen that came with the kit and my wax. I didn't have to load my wax again. And I know where I'm going, and I can free my mind into, sometimes I'm not thinking at all. Sometimes I'm just in the zone and I'm just relaxing, and my breath slows down, and I'm sure your heart rate slows down. It's pretty much, I'm also a yoga teacher. So this is pretty much like when I do a meditation or I rest in Shavasana. After I'm done my practice, where you lay down on the floor and you just kind of thread your whole practice together. And it's just a nice calming experience, especially when you're looking at drills in your tray that are all aligned so nicely, so I don't have to worry about picking through any trash, and they're pretty to look at. And I'm just, I'm curious about what this little section is going to look like. I did have a thought here. I don't know if I'm thinking it all here, but I did have a thought here that the reason why this new canvas is lighter is because the canvas is smaller. Now, this is just my thought. The canvas is smaller, and the drill spaces are smaller because we made the canvas tighter. And, well, maybe the drill space is not smaller, because then it would mean that I don't know. Yeah, I think they are smaller. But I think that the canvas is lighter because if you would have used those darker colors in that small of a space, it would have made it a little bit more difficult to see those symbols. Now, if you are having a little difficulty seeing symbols, what I like to do is, when I'm not filming, is I use my camera on my cell phone. And I look at the space. Sometimes I make the picture bigger and I take a little snapshot of it and I refer to my phone on the snapshot to see, especially if I have some confetti areas here, then that's what I'll do.
I love this canvas. I love the image of it. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, I started the first one and I want to get the first one done. I don't want that to go to waste, but I have this second one. And my girlfriend Tammy, I was talking to her and she said, oh, Lisa, I love that canvas. And I said, well, would you mind if there's some drills down on it? Because if you don't, then I'll send it to you. And then why don't we do like a little collaboration where you do the new one, I'll finish my old one, and we can, you know, compare. And I did ask ArtDot if it was okay, and they said, yeah, sure, share the love. And so that's what we're going to do. I don't know when that's going to happen with the holidays and all, but rather than my canvas wait for me, I can share it with another creator, another friend, and we get to enjoy this little way that we diamond paint and a different perspective, what she sees, what I see. I think that's a lot of fun. I think that's a lot of fun. Plus, I got a chance to actually work this canvas a little bit so I have a feel for it. I just had to shut my camera off because my husband walked into the kitchen and screamed very loudly because there was a hawk sitting on our railing. And we do let my cat outside because he has a little catio. We built this little enclosed space, but you know, birds can still fly through, but he loves to just sit there and watch the birds. And now there's a giant hawk in my yard, so I don't know how much of that free time my little foofy is going to have.
I'm done my patchwork of this particular symbol. I lied here. I have a few more here. That's because I put that multi-placing in, and so I threw my game off. But look how nice. I mean, like, I just went into like a little mini meditation here while I was doing this. So easy, so calming. And so now what I'm going to do is I am going to snap in the symbols that are in between that are the same symbol, and we'll get this color done.
See, I told you I fell into a little meditative process there. One thing that I'm remembering about the tweezer, because I am going to point out, and this is going to be a very quick voiceover, that my borderline, look how straight it is. And the tweezer, being that it has that foot, it's almost like a ruler too. So that's what I was saying about putting the line down. You can actually put the foot of that tweezer and align it with the edge and then drop your drill down. So you get a really nice straight edge. And I'm still going with the same. I did not load my pen at all. You can tell my wax has not been touched. I'm still going with that same little wax in there. I think I have a little theory on wax too, but I think I talk about that. See how the foot of my drill ruler just goes right up against that line, and I'm just fussing right there. It's really, once I snap in those other drills in between, they'll straighten out on their own. But I'm just fussing. Really a comfortable practice. It's just so much fun. I wish I had an event to do right after this. And I was just sitting there thinking, I wish I didn't have my event to go to because I'm so enjoying just sitting here. And look how many of the drills I've already used. That looked a little full, that drill tray. I could, you know, just cut this out and show you like how far I've gotten, but I wanted you to see in real time how far I'm getting, and I'm not having any type of struggle or anything like that. I'm coming back in, so I'll see you in a bit.
Look how nice my borderline is. And I will be honest, I have Madonna's song in my head right now. Oh, only my 80 babies are going to get that one. My husband is trying to get Foofy to come in from the yard because there's a giant hawk out there. And welcome to the Pescator household. Honestly, I was only expecting cozy reading, so I am really absolutely overwhelmed by the generosity of ArtDot sending me these two canvases. I looked up Oh my. John Zacchio is one of the world's most renowned Impressionist painters, celebrated for his luminous Mediterranean-inspired landscapes. His achievements include creating the official painting for the peace treaty between Israel and Egypt and the moon landing artwork presented to Neil Armstrong. It goes on, and we're going to do a deep dive into this artist because you know that that's what I love to do. I love to do deep dives into artists. Barbara Mock has had a lifelong journey in becoming an artist. She has a series of canvases. Her favorite subjects are garden scenes, florals, holiday, and country scenes. Her images have been licensed for needlework, decorator art prints, tapestries, calendars, wallpaper, cards, puzzles, and many other products. Zacchio, nice to meet you, John, has a very long list, and I'm sure Barbara does too. And so we're going to do a deep dive in both of those canvases and both of those artists, I promise. But we're not going to get to them today. We're going to just get to cozy reading and doing a comparison between what really was changed here. And I'm going to put drills down. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's take a look. I did a little bit on my own is to not bore you watching me diamond paint. There we are. You can get a really good close-up of how tight the canvas has become, but still not so tight that they're going to pop off. And then here is the original cozy reading that I did. I'm gonna put the next color in too so you can see. Now I believe that the color drills are the same here and here. Yeah, they're the same. Now I don't really see so much gapping. Yeah, there's a little bit of a breath in between here and there. Oh, I have two drills that weren't on here. Okay, a little bit of breath here and there, but not so that I would have said, oh, I'm never going to buy this candy, you know, from ArtDot again. It's not tight enough, but this is definitely tighter. So let's get the next color in. It is definitely tighter. It's also, if you look at the sides of the canvas, it's a little bit more, would you say like an inch? It's a little bit more. There you go. We lost some of the border. And we lost some of the, let me just put this up here. This is how much smaller it is. So this is 67 centimeter by 46 centimeter. And it might help that if I turn this the right way. Here we go. The top and the bottom almost have the same look to them. Okay, I got a little confused here. Here we go. So here's the bottom here. Okay, cozy reader. Same drills. Now, I wouldn't say that this one is, you know, had so much gapping in between it. I thought that it came out lovely. Maybe there's a breath of space in between there, but this one is definitely going to be tighter because the canvas is even smaller. If you look, here we go. This is 67 centimeter by 46, 26.5 by 18. This one is 70 centimeter by 47.5 or 27.5 by 18 by 7. So you lost here. You lost an inch here. You lost 7 inches there. So let's put C in. I did put the whole package in. Here we go. But you see how fast I went through. I put the whole package in here too. Look how many is left. So I can just dot this in. I have my wax here. I'm just going to give it a little fill. I'm going to use my pen, my ArtDot pen. There we go. And fill this in. I had to take a break for the trick-or-treaters that were at the door. And oh my gosh, they were knocking the door down. And what is so crazy is we just had a big party in the neighborhood. Does your neighborhood do this? Where you, let me get my little liner here. Where you, you know, we closed the street down. We had a bouncy house and
we did all this on the weekend so that the kids didn't have to come out, trick-or-treating because they're in school. I keep forgetting that they're in school. They're in school. And so by the time they get home and, you got to eat, you got to do homework. Usually the schools don't give you homework on Halloween because they know that you're going out trick-or-treating. But, mom and dad got to get home from work. And so we do this on the weekend. We close the street. And we did a bouncy house, and all the neighbors come out, and they put a table out with all candy, and other kids from the neighborhood come in, and oh my gosh, I was not expecting them to be trick or treating. I'm like, didn't we do all this over the weekend? and they were banging the door down, like, I know you have candy in there, but I didn't. I didn't have because I don't have little ones. I don't even have grandchildren. So it's not like, I'm in the game that I know what's going on. Wow. I will tell you, I can tell that the grid is tighter, but it's not so tight that it's uncomfortable. And I keep saying this. I love ArtDot's drills. I was showing my girlfriend, Tammy. She's got a channel here on YouTube, Diamond Painting with NMD. And she's like, I said, Tammy, you should have to see how shiny these drills are when they're brown. And she's like, Elisa, she's so dry. She's like, I never saw a shiny brown drill in my life. I was like, well, you're about to. You're about to see a shiny brown drill. Look how nice. Look at how nice, how nice and even and beautiful. And you see, I'm not struggling. I have done square canvases that have been, where's my paper, that have been tightened. I was like, oh, I can't wait. And they actually needed to be tightened. There was a lot of gapping. Like this, it wasn't a breath like this one. There was a lot of gapping. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. They're going to tighten up the canvases. And then I just was like pulling my hair out because I was like, oh my God, they're so tight. They're popping off. I can't use my pen. I have to use the tweezer. I can't use a pen. And I'm wondering, the work that I was doing with the other canvases that I'm talking about, it was AI generated work. This is not AI generated work. These canvases, this is an artist. This is her work. You should really go and check out Simone's work on Instagram. I follow her. It's very much her life. Her young, she's a young married woman with a child, and you get to see like this. This looks like her sitting here having a cozy read. And this is her work. And I believe that she even teaches classes. She'll teach you how to draw and paint. And you should really check her out. I like getting to know the artist of the work that I am creating. What drew me to this artist? What made me want to? Now, see, I missed one, but I can open this up very easily and take it out. There you go. Oh, I missed two. There you go. And there, it's right there. So easy, right? You don't have to stress, oh my God, I missed it. One of my tips is I keep my cell phone nearby, and then I put my camera phone on and I look at the area that I just diamond painted through the camera lens to see, did I miss anything? Are there any missing? And, just so I don't have to go back, open up, and take out, put in a tray. Even though I have ArtDot. I have the ArtDot canisters that screw open because when I go to kit up, I don't have to worry about, do I need a small container? Do I need a large container? Do I need an extra large container? All the containers are one size, and if I need an extra container, it's there. And I fill it up right there. I don't have any bags laying around. But these come in your kit, and this is like get to know this kit. And then maybe you have a kit that's so big that you want to kit it up, because I think your bigger kits, this is really what you want to have. That's just my opinion. I just tell you how I work, because you want to be able to sit down and you want to be able to do your diamond painting and just pull the thing, pull it out. And so, we make concessions. Okay, maybe we have to have a couple of little bags hanging around there. But we make concessions for, I have everything already kitted up. I don't have to keep going, opening it. All these multiple drill trays. I don't have to, like all these multiple drill tray containers, I don't have to keep opening and closing it. I'm already kitted up and I'm ready to roll. So you make concessions. I have so many different methods of kitting up and what I use. And being that this comes in the kit, these 2 little trays, and I have the ArtDot big set, I think it's 60. I have that, and so I make sure that I use those too. My smaller kits, I don't mind opening and closing the container, because your smaller kits, if it's a lot of color blocking, you're not changing that much. So that's just my experience as a diamond painter, what I do. Now you see me doing this. I am not forcing any of these in, even if there's a space between them. I'm not really forcing anything. Look how nice and neat everything is. I very minimally have to align my drills. They move very easily, but then, I just laid these down. They got a cure. Look how nice and even my border is. Really nice. There's still a little breath of space in there, but I'm sorry. If this was tighter, I probably would not be enjoying it. I know I wouldn't. I have done a canvas where I have to keep going back and pressing down what I did, because when I come here and I put a drill in, then the one over here is popping up because the line is getting too tight. I even had to cut some of my drills in half. I use a cuticle nipper and cut them in half to make them fit so that they wouldn't pop. Like I have like one drill that maybe is cut in half to make room on the line so that the drills don't pop. So, I give you all my tips and tricks when I work. I don't just, I think I'm very honest about how I feel about something. So we're almost done with this color. And then we can look at the 2. Oops, you got to pick it up before you can put it down. The only rule in diamond painting. And of course, to relax. When it gets like that, it's like, let me get a little bit more wax on there. I like having wax. I like having wax, and this wax, like I think there are differences in wax, and I have this theory that the color wax is like the weight of the wax. Maybe it's the dye, but I always found the blue wax to be a lighter wax. And where your red wax or your purple, like your red wax is heavier. And I find the purple one to almost be like between a wax and a putty. This is just my theory. I don't know. Maybe I have too much time on my hands. I really don't. But I think about these things. Is there a reason why one's blue and one's yellow and one's red and one, is it just like an aesthetic thing, or is there more to the story? I'm always asking questions. But this is what you want. You want to have a canvas that the drills are shiny and sparkly. You want to have a drill tray where there's, I haven't picked out any trash yet. None, not one piece of trash, not one piece of plastic, not one tab on any drill. And so I don't have to worry, I picked this up and maybe I didn't see it and I put it down. And, if you have a little tab on your drill, it throws the whole line off. If your drills don't look like this in the tray, they're not going to look like that. I mean, if your drills look like this in the tray, that's the way they're going to look on the canvas. If your drills are like, they're not making an even straight line, they're not going to make an even straight line on your canvas. Something's wrong. There's some kind of trash in there. Maybe the back is not flat. Maybe it's got that little bump. These backs are flat. Maybe it's got that little pop mark in it that doesn't allow them to sit right, and then they pop off. Is that an A? Oh, no, it's the right one. Okay. And then when I start something like this, like I'm doing an unboxing and I'm putting drills down so that you can see like in real time. Like I could sit here now and just be like, okay, leave this canvas out. I want to do it. But I have canvases open that I need to get done for other events and other stuff that I'm doing. Oh. In fact, I'm using one of, is it Simone's? No, Golby's. One from the 12 set. I am using, Journey to the Stars. I'm using her canvas to do Share the Care. Share the Care is a diamond painting event. It starts today, and I have to get my pictures up. I'm using that for Share the Care is for the people in your life, or maybe yourself, that you are either a caretaker or you know a caretaker, or you've needed a caretaker. This is just appreciation of our caretakers. And I'm going to do Journey to the Stars. I couldn't make up my mind with that kit, I'm telling you. I couldn't make it up. I couldn't make up my mind that, you know, the Zoli kit is beautiful, but I did the rabbit, so I wanted to do one out of Golby's kit. You know, I wanted to do one out of her kit and be like, okay, this is gorgeous. I can't make up my mind with either one of them. I did the bunny in Zoli's kit, of course. That bunny cracks me up. There we go. Look at how, I mean, I did this while I was talking to you guys, while I'm doing an unboxing. Okay, and so here is the original. Here is the tighter canvas. Let's move this out of the way before I knock it over. Move this out of the way, and see this comes right off because I kept my plastic. I kept my silicone on the other end. So that comes right off. I'm going to just stick it on my tray. And then I'm going to take my piece of washi tape off of here. Let's move the release paper. Here we go. I have both my canvases out. And I wanted to, maybe I was going to take like a little thumbnail of my beautiful sticker sheet. My warranty, don't forget that. Make sure you scan this when you get it. The sealant, the lovely sealant, my release papers, my 2 small trays, my beautiful labels, my 2 plates of wax, and my pen. You're ready to go. It's nice to have all the bells and whistles and extra stuff, beautiful pens and waxes and putties. But you, if you're buying this as a gift, it's ready to go. I mean, look at the beautiful container. Look at the beautiful container that it comes in. Put a bow on it. You're ready to go. If you're a crafter, or you yourself, or you like to travel, you like to meet up with friends, you like to diamond paint in different places, you strap this on. It's like a little yoga mat that, you know, you could just sling over your shoulder. It's a conversation piece. There's artwork on it. It's really beautiful. So let's take a look at the all-important canvas, non-AI generated art. Here we go. So you can see, here's the bottom, there's the top, and side to side. It's a little bit smaller, just a little, an inch on the top, less than an inch on the side. Okay, gave you the measurements. Now let's look at the drills. Again, for me, I didn't feel like the canvas was tight. I had already started to work on the original. Let's take these off. I had already worked on the original when I received this, and then it got put away because I got involved with an event and I was working on another canvas. But I did a lot of this canvas. I did a lot of it, and I wouldn't have done that much of it if I was not enjoying it. So I'm going to give you an up-close look here at the canvas. This is the original. Beautiful colors, shiny drills. Look at the shine on that. I loved getting to the blanket here. And here it is. So you decide, I missed 2 drills there. Don't look at that one.
You decide. Yeah, I guess there is. If you look up really close with 100 times magnification that my phone has, yeah, you're going to see some breath in there. The new canvas, I'm going to pull the plastic back. I'm going to take a piece of my ArtDot washi tape so that I can tack the plastic up, and you can take a good look at that. I've never had two of the same canvas to do a side by side. I know that some artists do like to compare round to square. I'm comparing the new upgrade to the old, and like that's all I have done, but I'm getting you up close and personal with that. Same shiny drills. Look at the alignment, how beautiful. There you go. There you go. So pretty. I honestly love this canvas. Like I said, I was doing it. I was doing the canvas before, you know, sometimes we switch off and we, you know, get involved with something else. I know a lot of cozy readers that would love to have something like this. My girlfriend, who I was just telling you about, said, I love that. That reminds me of when I was a child and I would lay in bed and I would read a book and, you know, would just escape the world. And that's the way my diamond painting is. It gives me a chance to create these cozy little moments where, you know, I get to just shut out the world and I get to just relax. And when I heard that this was upgraded and it was a tighter canvas, I was like, oh no, I hear tighter canvas now. I'm not being funny or anything. I hear tighter canvas and I'm sure it's just not my thing. I know that there are those of you that love a tight canvas, like I said, almost like a Lego, and you have the patience to really snap them all in, and you like that crunch that happens too. I don't. But I'm glad that there are things out there for you. This, I would say, is not that, but I only did a little part. You saw me do it live. I only did a little part, and I just think that they are so spectacular. I can't stop looking at the shine on these drills. I can't stop looking at them. I am going to say, I really think ArtDot is the leader for drills. I think that they've been slow and steady, and they've decided to get into the game with these larger canvases, square resin drills, and I think that they took their time doing it, and I think that they didn't do it until they thought that it was absolutely perfectly right and ready to do so. I think that their drills are absolutely outstanding. I really, really love them. I really do. And I'm always happy to do an ArtDot canvas. And I'm going to go get my other little small canvas kit. And I'm going to get Journey to the Stars. And I'm going to go register right now for my event that I told you about. And the other two canvases. Okay, so I took a little pit break and I went and looked these two canvases up. These absolutely need their own video. I didn't want to crunch them into this video, which was all important, looking at the original cozy reading and then looking at the tighter canvas cozy reading. That deserved its own video. And I do believe that these two, Rocky Cabin by John Chao. No, I was Italian, weren't you? Rocky Cabin. I don't have any kind of scenic views, and I don't like too much confetti, but I will tell you, when I looked at this artwork and I read the artist, it would be an honor for me to do this canvas, and I will. Wait until you hear about John Zaccheo as an artist. I think you're going to love his story. And then we have this beautiful garden, another square diamond by Barbara Mock. Look at this. So many little elements in the background. The little duck, the little hat, the little garden shed, the plants, you know, the little gardening tools, the water can. If this is your thing, I would go and really check this out right now. These are only sold on the ArtDot website, so I'll put all the information in the description for you. Thank you for spending your time with me. It's always a pleasure. And I will see you, as always, in the next ones that are coming up. Bye.